Okay, so now let us explore ano ba yung iba't ibang uri ng market structure. So here I have here an overview of the different market structures. So we categorize these markets based on the number of the firms, the type of products that they sell, and how easy it is to enter or to exit that industry. So kung makikita natin dito, we have here first one, the perfect competition. So dito makikita natin may mga fresh produce stand sila. So basically, dito sa perfect competition, although we will discuss it in detail later, here there are many small sellers offering identical products. So, pare-parehong products yung binibenta nila. So, there is no single seller that can influence the market because all of them produces or sells the same or homogeneous products. We also have here the monopolistic competitions. So here we have many firms but they sell differentiated products. So notice yung Coca-Cola and Pepsi bottles. Jollibee and KFC almost the same types of products but they are differentiated in ways. So they are similar products, fast foods, soda, pero hindi sila identical. 'Di ba pag Jollibee, um, juicy, KFC iba naman. There is something different in the products that they are offering. So they compete based on the branding, on their advertising, ganun. We also have oligopoly. So oligopoly is it's a market that is dominated by a few large firms. So kunwari yung mga grocery stores. Okay, so again, oligopoly is a market. They an example under oligopoly market structure is grocery stores. Ayan. So there are only few companies who own most of these brands. So na binibenta dito sa grocery stores. So, they influence one another din naman. So, later on, i-discuss ko na lang to one by one and in detail. We also have here monopoly. Well, ngayon, hindi na monopoly kasi dalawa na sila. But before, there's only one pineapple uh, producer chunks na nagko-commercialize ng pineapple in the Philippines. So, Del Monte lang yon before. Ngayon, meron ng others. So, ito naman, sa Monopoly, there is only one single seller and unique yung product na binibenta nila. And sometimes, there is no close substitute for the products that they are offering. So, ito siya. Basically, we are to differentiate this four different market structure according to the number of sellers, to the barriers to entry or exit. Ibig sabihin, gaano kadali or kahirap makapasok or maka-exit sa this type of industry, how their products are differentiated, what is the nature of competition, and the pricing power in these different market structures. So let us first focus on the perfect competition. Ayan. So itong perfect competition, um, here are its characteristics. The first one is that there are many firms. Ibig sabihin, napakaraming seller dito sa perfect competition market. So, ang example ko nga nito is yung mga vegetable stand in the market. So, sila, they are under a perfect competition market kasi there are many sellers of this vegetables and fruits, di ba? And also, there is very low barriers to entry or exit. Ibig sabihin, madali lang para sa mga gustong mag-start up nun na pumasok sa industry na yon, or madali lang mag-put up ng isang vegetable stand, isang fruit stand. So, it's easy to start up and easy din to shut down. Madali lang din makaalis sa industry na yon. And then, in terms of product differentiation, they have identical products. Ibig sabihin, yung mga firms dito sa perfect competition, they are selling products that is perfectly substitutable. Ibig sabihin, pag wala dun sa isang stand, nandun sa kabilang stand. So, perfectly substitutable siya, or kumbaga walang pagkakaiba. Yung talong doon sa isang tindahan, the same din doon sa talong sa isa. So, they are offering identical products. And in terms of nature of competition, they compete on price only. Bakit? Kasi identical na yung products nila eh. Hindi na sila magko-compete sa kung gaano ka colorful, kung gaano kaganda ang kanilang products, because they are offering identical products. So they will just be competing in terms of the price. So in terms of pricing power naman, yung mga businesses that are under perfect competition, wala silang power in terms of their price. They are price takers. Okay, please take note of that. Firms or the businesses under perfect competition market are called price takers. They take the price determined by the overall market. So, tingnan natin to. So, yung firm, the demand curve here is perfectly elastic because the price is set by the total supply and demand. Ayan. Anyway, bakit price taker sila? Kasi nga, marami silang seller. Hindi nila pwedeng taasan yung presyo according to what the market dictates. Hindi din nila pwedeng babaan yung presyo according to what the market dictates. Pag tinaasan nila yung presyo sa kung ano yung presyo sabi sa market, di walang bibili sa kanila. Bakit? Kasi marami pa namang other firms na nagbebenta nun who are also selling identical products. So, they have no choice but to be price takers. So, yun naman yung ano dito sa perfect competition market. Okay. Now, for the next slide, we have here the monopolistic competition. So, let us see. Let's look at their characteristic. First, in terms of number of sellers, there are many firms. Ibig sabihin, marami yung sellers. Like, tulad din ng perfect competition, marami din yung sellers. So, under monopolistic competition, there are many sellers. And there is also a very low barriers to entry. So, madali lang din for for the other firms na mag-put up din ng ganong business. However, in terms of their product differentiation, yun yung key difference dito. Kasi their products are similar but are differentiated. Differentiated siya in terms of quality, in terms of features, in terms of marketing. So, example, itong mga shampoo. Pare-pareho silang shampoo. But they are different. There are differences in this. Iba pag Head and Shoulder, ang claim nila is pampaalis ng dandruff. Yung sa Sunsilk, ang claim nila is pangpahaba ng hair. So there is difference in terms of the quality, the features of their products. So yun sa monopolistic competition. And also, in terms of nature of competition, they are competing both on the price and the product. Siyempre, dahil nga iba-ibang features, they are competing on that level. Iba-iba kasi yung ino-offer nila eh, pero the same type of a product. And, ano pa ba? Dahil iba-iba din yung product na ino-offer nila, iba-iba yung feature ng product na ino-offer nila, the firms here are price setters. Sila yung nagsiset ng price for their product kasi nga they have the right to price it at their ano ba, preferred price because they differentiate it from other products. So ang demand curve naman for monopolistic competition is a downward sloping elastic demand curve. So it slopes down because kapag yung firm binabaan niya yung price, it will attract some customers from its competitors. So elastic kasi pag tinaasan nila yung price ng sobra-sobra, yung customers, they can easily switch to other substitutes or to their close substitutes, like yung other brand ng products. Okay, we also have here oligopoly. This is another type of market structure, another market structure. So ito namang oligopoly is they have few firms. Ayan, few firms siya. Ibig sabihin, konti lang yung firms na to. And in terms of barriers to entry, there is a high barriers to entry. Ibig sabihin, mahirap makaput up ng ganitong industry, ng ganitong business. For example, ito, yung mga car. Unlike vegetable stand, mahirap gumawa ng or magkaroon ng business na ng mga kotse, di ba? Ayan. Now, in terms of product differentiation, differentiated siya and they are very good substitutes. So, itong iba't ibang ano na to, automobile industry, they have different features. They have different quality, branding, and marketing. And so, because of that, they compete in terms of that differentiation. Nagko-compete sila in terms of their product differentiation as well as their prices. And their pricing power is limited. Okay, limited lang yung pricing power nila. Kasi syempre, nakabase yan sa kung ano-ano yung mga input nila in order to produce that specific automobile. Okay, or that specific, ano. Okay, now we also have here monopoly. So this is the very common market structure. So when we say monopoly, there is only one firm in the industry. There is only single seller in the industry. In terms of barriers to entry and exit, there is very high barriers to entry and exit. Napakataas ng barrier para makapasok sa business na yun and para makalabas sa business na yun. And that is because, and kasi nga, mahal. And then, in terms of product differentiation, wala masyadong close substitutes. So, kumbaga, hindi agad-agad si consumer makakalipat sa other um type of that good kung ano man yan. And there is only little competition kasi nga the industry is monopolized and the pricing power is significant. Sila ang gumagawa din ng kanilang pricing power ay ng kanilang pricing kasi nga sila lang din naman and they have a very good meron silang advantage sa pag-price because they're the only ones selling that specific good. So, ayan, these are the reasons for monopoly. And this is the demand curve for monopoly. So, yung monopoly, hina-highlight niya din yung role ng government regulation with the example, kunwari yung electric power providers. I allow you to set price at this level to earn a normal return. So, dapat, itong mga monopolized industry, they are regulated by the government. Okay. Okay. So basically, this is just a summary of the discussion. So market structure, it's the organization of an industry, typically defined by the number of firms in an industry. And here are the characteristics of different market structures.